On the night of January 3rd, 2008, a 21-year-old man named Part Engel heard a knock at the front door of his apartment in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. He was very surprised to see his mother standing there carrying a small duffel bag. Part's mother lived in Middletown Township. He could see clearly she had been crying. His mom just went into the guest bedroom and then locked the door. All night, he's been listening to her pacing and crying. Part knew it very likely had to do with his father, whose name was Arun Kumar. Arun Kumar had started an affair, and Part's mother had caught him. She had Part set up the software that basically spied on Arun Kumar's computer. But then he realized his mom was having a real conversation with somebody on the phone. What he heard his mom saying was that she had discovered that Arun Kumar had taken out $3.6 million in life insurance policies. She was worried that her husband was going to kill her and her kids to get this payout. So Part loaded up that software. He not only found all these multi-million-dollar insurance policies, but also he discovered all these passport photos of his father, but then connected to these photos was a passport application that was using somebody else's name. Part just went to his mom's bedroom door. I know what's going on, and we have to figure out what we're going to do. Part began finding all these emails with people back in India that kind of vaguely indicated that Arun Kumar was involved in a very sketchy deal. On the morning of January 20th, 2008, he saw his dad had sent this email to this woman that he had a big contract coming up and he was going to make a ton of money from it. And then he told this woman that he loved her. He called his mom and they made a plan. At around 10:45 p.m., Part finally arrived in front of his parents' house. Arun Kumar came to the door. Part looked at his dad and said, "I know what you're up to. You can either stop what you're doing or I'm going to go to the police." And then Arun Kumar ran into the master bedroom. And so Part, he darts into the bedroom. Arun Kumar is just sitting on the bed. He's staring into the open bathroom. And in the open bathroom are all those tools left over from where his dad had been working on the sink, including the big heavy metal pipe wrench. The next morning, Part's mother pulled up in front of the house that she shared with Arun Kumar, and she looked into the master bedroom. In the middle of the room was an obvious dead body. She had run outside and dialed 911. It would take police almost 4 years to finally untangle Arun Kumar's insane web of lies and also make an arrest for the murder that took place. Arun Kumar was working with people who could help him fake his own death. That would trigger an insurance payout, and that money would go to his wife and his kids, and then Arun Kumar would disappear along with his mistress. So on January 20th, 2008, she was at the house with Arun Kumar when Part showed up to confront Arun Kumar. And Part, he thinks his dad is looking at the pipe wrench, and he ran and grabbed that wrench and he beat his father to death with it. And then the next day, she pretended to find Arun Kumar's body, but almost 4 years later, Part and his mother were arrested. Part would plead guilty to manslaughter, and he would be sentenced to 33 months in prison, and Part's mother would plead guilty to conspiracy, and she would be sentenced to 10 months in prison.